Now we have part 2 for the rest of Dean's journey.
2015. Now I was unsure whether I wanted to compete again. I thought, I've got a trophy. Don't want to diet through things again. I dieted through my birthday on my first show. I dieted through my daughter's birthday at my second. And this one it was getting exciting now because you show I'd managed to best myself and come back with something. And then we got 3 qualifying shows and then to get to a finals. You think, oh, there's a challenge, there's more to it. There's not just the fact that I've gone from not placing, then I wanted top 3, but at the time he was only doing top 3 in the first show, so I thought, well, yeah, I'll go for it. I wanted top 3, but I got top 5. I didn't know you were like the top 4, the 4th and 5th placings wasn't there first time around, so that was a surprise in itself. So great, got top 5. Then the April show come around, I avoided that one because I didn't want to diet through my birthday again. And then you had another one, I can't for the life of me remember where it was, but I knew it was out of my travel. So I didn't go to that one. And then I heard there was a September one, and then I had enough time to do it. I think I found out about 6 or 7 months prior to the show, so I use 4 months diet time, no more, no less. It's what I've always done. It's what coaches always got me to do, and doing so means doing 4 months means I won't have to do any cardio, and I'd rather stick out 4 months of dieting than doing 3 months of dieting and having to do any form of cardio, be it fasted cardio, pre or post workout cardio, 2 cardio sessions a day, 1 session a week. I don't care. I don't want to do it. It's part of prep I will avoid like the plague, because there's just some aspects of it I will not do. So we get through to the September show, and on the way to the September show I get signed off work for stress, anxiety and depression. So I get signed off with stress, anxiety and depression. Not my most fun this time of year for last year. Because again, not only did I end up dieting through my daughter's birthday again, just to do the show, I get signed off from work, and during my time off from work I decided to have my notice in. For my own sense of recovery and well-being, it was deemed the best idea for me in the long term, and it was, and so far into prep that you couldn't even think about it, like ditching it. So I clung on to it because it was literally all I had, apart from my family and some close friends, about girlfriend. My daughter goes without saying, obviously it's family. It was horrible. I think if it wasn't for the prep I wouldn't have left the house. In all honesty, I probably would have been just stuck in my room just doing nothing. Didn't sleep very well at all. I mean, like, literally sleep became a thing of the past. It was non-existent. The show was end of September, and I was officially signed off. If it was like beginning of August or something like that. Well, the end of the 3rd week of August, I got signed off, and that's when it all started. So I had a good 4 weeks of enduring prep with it. They put me on medication. I think after 2 weeks I threw it in the bin because it just made me feel worse. I didn't have a job. I was lucky, like the day I left work I got paid. Like, it was payday. The day I got signed off, so that worked out for me, I suppose. And I had to try to make do with what I had. Everything just just went into budget. Like, I bought, as the value, frozen chicken. I bought the cheapest form of everything I could find. I bought, because it's all the same to me. Like, in that money needed to last. So that was just another stress factor thrown in. Like, socially, it become non-existent as well. I'd literally get up, eat, sit in silence, don't talk to anyone. Go to the gym, again, don't talk to anyone. And if I did, it was very short, very blunt, and I have apologised to said people for the way I was, because I want to say it wasn't my fault, but you know, you're 100% in charge of whatever you do. Whatever you say, you know, whatever you create, it's you. And it's not fair on them. They knew to an extent what I was dealing with. I did tell them. So they tried to be there. They tried to talk to you. They try and make you laugh, but you just haven't got it in you. It's a combination of that and being the thick end of dieting for a show. You just haven't got the time or energy to spend. Like, if I didn't have to move, I wouldn't. I'd just stay in that one spot. So then we get to the September show. Now, the atmosphere kicking off for the September one wasn't what I remembered it. You know, I got there, you know, your mind's elsewhere because of, you know, what I had going on, and then you're trying to get into the frame of mind of things for the show, get ready, get in the zone. And then I think it's just, you know, I think it's just a mixture of it being like everyone didn't, like, either their first time with the show, or they're in the bottom end of they're in the thick of it now for their prep, and it's the last chance to qualify for the finals. God almighty, did I want to be in the finals, especially after all that. You think you've done it now. If I'd got top 5 last time, I need top 3 to get to the finals. That's all I want. I wasn't after the win. I just wanted top 3. And you sit there and you try and talk to people during registration or before registration, you're out in the lobby, and everyone's just one word answers and just snappy, and it was terrible. I thought, was I like that? Makes you think, doesn't it? And then, but once we got backstage, everyone got settled in. It was literally like that. It was like everyone was on a high, and everyone was like being back at the first 2 shows. Everyone was getting on. Everyone was like just gelling together. Big old happy family. Again, making new friends, and then reconnecting with old friends, and so on. And it was just quality, it really was. Now at this point, I'd dropped out of the men's muscle, gone down to the men's fitness, because at this point it was weight divided. So I went into the over 75s. Not like I'm going to be under, let's be real. Because the feedback from the second show was that I need to be bigger for the category, and I could have told you that. Looking back at photos and whatnot, you can, like, conditions there. Everything's there. It's just the scale of size of the muscularity just wasn't there, which is fine. Like, again, I didn't. Well, was he no, or who's he think he's saying that I come in the best I've been? No, okay, took it, thank you. Off I went, prepared for this one. Terrified, absolutely terrified this time round, because the standard was ridiculous. Now you are your own worst critic. You're not gonna walk around going, yeah, I'm better than him. You might as well go home. Why are you even here? Who are you? I was literally walking around like, oh my God, am I going to make top 3? I don't know. I couldn't have told them. I literally thought, I might as well go home. So we do the show, do the parade, same as last time. That the parade just takes the edge off. It's been so long since I've been on stage. It was a year. It was a year since I've been on stage, and it was a different stage. Like the first two was the same place. This one was like, it was new to me. The way the crowd was, like Margate, it's all like flat, what you can see, and then there's a couple at the top. And then with this one, it was literally just a straight, almost vertical, load of chairs, just all eyes on you, and you could see them this time around. Normally you get the lights in your face and you haven't got the pressure of everyone looking at you because you can't see them. You can just see the judges, and that's bad enough with Stuart just up. And then you watch him point, and then he talks to someone. You think, well, shit, what's he saying? Or any of the judges for that matter. You see anyone, you think, oh, fuck. Pardon me. Sorry. Didn't mean to swear. So then we walk back, and then you get all sorts of people going, oh yeah, you've got this, and you've got everyone's opinions. And then, I don't know whether even to today, I don't think it's a good thing that people do that, because they put things in your head. If someone come up to me and was like, you've got top 3, you should have been top 3, or you've won it, and if you hear it enough times you start to believe it, and then it could set you up for either being prepared for the win or just utter devastation. Like when, going quickly touch back on the one I come 5th at, the second show, when I got off the stage, I was literally swamped by people backstage, in the crowd, and then messages on Facebook a couple of days later, you should have been top 3, I had you down as top 3, and you got top 5, that's not right, look at them compared to you. But it's not down to them, it's not down to me. I come in best I did, got where I got, like done better than I thought I'd do, so I was happy with it. Even to today, I still wouldn't argue with the place into top 5 back then, even now. Because at the end of the day, we're up there to be judged. I was judged and I got, well, that's it. Alright, so going back to the last qualifier. This was the lineup I was in, and now I am second from the end. Don't know what you can see there. That has got to be my favourite pose I've ever done. Ever. Let's get a close up on that. Now there, I am 82 and a half, so we're up on my previous stage weight. I'm a lot fuller. In my own opinion, I'm not as lean, but some people may argue that, but then you're your own worst critic. Now we get to the call outs. Before the call outs, we're all backstage. I am, literally, who placed where is anyone's guess. And like I said earlier, I wasn't completely confident on my performance with my T-walk. I was very nervous. I even felt I could feel my knees jittering. My face was just uncontrollable, and I couldn't smile for the life of me. Didn't go well, and I sat pretty much most of the rest of the time backstage, just debating whether to just get dressed and go home, because nerves got to the better of me. And it could be anything. It could be down to the fact that all the stress and anxiety I was dealing with, and then having the anxiety build up for being nervous on stage. Who knows? But we get through to the call outs, and then we're out there, and I think, what was it? I think it was Audrey was doing she was the MC for the day. I don't remember a word she says. Couldn't understand the word she said, to be honest. And you just hear yada yada yada. I'm just in the world of my own, basically, because I just knew it weren't going to go well, or I assumed so anyway. And then all of a sudden you hear I think it was yada yada yada, best back, Dean Storey. Oh, hey. Look left, look right. Geezer next to me, he's like, it's you, go on, go. Up. So up I go. Completely like, weren't expecting it at all. So we got a little one, another trophy, take home. So I come home with something, and then at this point, I was more than that. I could have went home with that. Happy days. I got best back out of everyone there. Get in. Then 5th place gets called. I'm standing there quite proudly at the back, and my mate pointed this out as well because he was back behind the curtain because he was in the under 75s. Standing at my trophy, 5th place. So I've gone from standing quite proud of myself, bit of a slight posture change. 5th place has been called. Oh no. 4th place, I've moved again. 3rd place, no. I'm looking at the floor at this point, just head down. Trophies in one hand instead of standing there like this. One hand just hanging there, looking down. 2nd place gets called out, and I've literally just slumped. Like, I'm just standing there thinking, alright, well that's it then. Shit, not going to the finals. Then trying to think of where I went wrong, where it all went wrong. And then 1st place gets called. This guy. No idea where, no idea how. In what sense it come about. Again, you're all there to be judged, and it's out of your control as soon as you step on that stage. There's nothing more you can do in regards of prep for that moment. Once you're on that stage, it is down to those people at that desk. There are pens and papers, and that is it. And I got first place after everything I'd gone through. Like, to me, like, it was the first time I'd gone through anything like the depression and stress and anxiety. I'd gone through all of that. I dieted through my daughter's birthday. I got that bad at home, she didn't even want to come round. My 5-year-old didn't even want to come round and see her dad because of how bad I was to be around at that time. Any normal, the more I think about it, any normal person would just stop. They'd stop the prep, they'd stop the line for the show, and they'd I don't know, fix themselves, try and get back to normality for the sake of their kids, their family, their friends, their loved ones, girlfriend, boyfriend if you're a female competitor, whatever. And no, I was very selfish. I wanted it for me. I wanted to win. I wanted to be in the finals. As far as I was concerned, I'd gone through enough to warrant sticking through the rest of the prep. And was it worth it? Yeah, and no. Yes and no. You know, it's a tough one. It was a small victory for me, but in the long run, there was a lot of damage done at home. That now I can quite happily say it's been rectified. It's like it never happened. But like, I come home with trophy. Sydney saw it. That's my daughter, and then she said, "What's that?" I said to her, I said, "Daddy's new trophy." And then she, and this is as she calls it. She went, and this is what she started saying. This from the first trophy I got. She went, "Did you win that from walking around in your pants?" Yes, I did. And that's how she knows what I do. She knows I go to the gym. She understands some of it to a degree, but when it comes to the competing things, it's just Daddy walks around in his pants and wins a trophy. You know, and she was over the moon. Like, and seeing that just made it so much better. Like, because I didn't leave how I left the last couple of times. Yeah, it was a great experience. Yes, I met new people. No, there wasn't a negative from the day apart from what I had going on. Like, and you're walking out with your trophies and your prizes and your gifts with your friends, your family, and you think, I've done it. done it, and then the dread set in because you think, right, I'm gonna go home and just eat, and you get that one day to eat. So I had like Oreo cheesecakes the girlfriend made, pizza my brother bought me, and then this, that, and the other, and then you think, I'm in the finals, I'm gonna do it again.